रिप्रोडक्शन चैप्टर पहला है, इसका सिर्फ रीडिंग करने जा रहे हैं वन शॉट में, ठीक है। बायोलॉजी इज द एसेंस, बायोलॉजी इज एसेंस इज द स्टोरी ऑफ लाइफ ऑन अर्थ. While individual organisms die without fail, species continue to live through millions of years unless threatened by natural or anthropogenic action. Reproduction becomes a vital process without which species cannot survive for long. Each individual has lived its progeny by asexual or sexual means. Sexual mode of reproduction enable creation of new variant so that advantage is enhanced. This unit examines the general principle underlying reproductive process in living organisms and the explain detail in this process in the flowering plant and human as they to relate representative examples are related perspective on human reproductive health and how reproductive ill health can be avoided is also presented to complete our understanding of biology of reproduction. ठीक है, अब हम इसका हल्का सा पढ़ेंगे. बॉर्न इन 1904 इन जयपुर राजस्थान, पंचन महेश्वरी. ठीक है, इसका ज़्यादा छोड़ो. रिप्रोडक्शन इन ऑर्गेनिज्म. Each and every organism can live only for a certain period of time. The period from birth to natural death of an organism represents its lifespan. Lifespan of a few organisms are given in the figure 1.1. Several other organisms are drawn for which you should find out their lifespan and write in the space provided. Isn't it is interesting and intriguing to note that it may be short as few days or long as a few thousand years. Between these two extremes are the lifespan of most other organisms. You may note that lifespan of organisms are not necessarily correlate with their size. The size, crow and parrot are not very different, yet their lifespan show a wide difference. Similarly, a mango tree has much shorter lifespan as compared to peepal tree. Whatever be the lifespan, death of every individual organism is certainty. No individual is immortal except single cell organism. Why do you say there is no natural death in single cell organism? Given this reality, have you ever wondered how vast number of plant and animal species have existed on earth for several thousands of years? There must be some process in living organism that ensure this continuity. Yes, we are talking about sexual reproduction, something that take for granted. अब हम देखेंगे रिप्रोडक्शन. रिप्रोडक्शन इज द बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस in which an organism give rise to young ones similar to itself. The organism grow, mature, and in turn produce new offspring. Thus, there is a cycle of birth, growth, and death. Reproduction enables the continuity of the species generation after generation. You will study later in chapter 5, principle of inheritance and variation, how genetic variation is created and inherited during reproduction. There is a large diversity in the biological world, and each organism has evolved its own mechanism to multiply and produce offspring. The organism habitat, its internal physiology, and several other factors are collectively responsible for how it reproduces. Based on whether there is a participation of one organism or two in the process of reproduction, it is of two types. When offspring is produced by a single parent with or without the involvement of gametes formation, the reproduction is asexual. When two parents opposite sex participate in the reproductive process and also involve fusion of male and female gametes, it is called asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. In this method, single individual parent is capable of producing offspring. As a result, the offspring that are produced are not only identical to one another but also exact copy of their parents. Are these offspring likely to be genetically identical or different? The term clone is used to describe such morphologically and genetically similar individuals. Cell division in unicellular organism, budding in yeast, binary fission in amoeba. Let us see how widespread asexual reproduction is among different groups of organisms. Asexual reproduction is common among single cell organisms and in plant and animal with relatively simple organization. In protists and monerans, the organism or the parent cell divides by mitosis into two to give rise to new individuals. Thus, in these organisms, cell division is itself a mode of reproduction. Asexual reproductive structure: zoospore of Chlamydomonas, Conidia of Penicillium, birds in Hydra, gamules in sponge. Many single-cell organisms reproduce by binary fission, where a cell divides into two halves and each rapidly grow into an adult. Amoeba, Paramecium in yeast. Their division is unequal and small buds are produced that remain attached initially to the parent, which eventually get separated and mature into new yeast organism. Under unfavorable conditions, the amoeba withdraw its pseudopodia and secrete a three-layered hard covering or cyst around itself. This phenomenon is termed as incisation. When favorable conditions return, the incited amoeba divides by multiply fission and produce many minute amoeba or pseudospore. The cyst wall bursts out and the spores are liberated in the surrounding medium to grow up into many amoeba. This phenomenon is known as sporulation. Vegetative propagules in angiosperm: eye of potato, rhizomes of ginger, bulbil of agave, leaves, bud of bryophyllum, offset of water hyacinth. Member of kingdom fungi and simple plants such as algae reproduce through a special asexual reproductive structure. The most common of these structures are zoospore that usually are microscopic motile structure. Other common asexual reproductive structures are Conidia, Penicillium, birds, Hydra, gamule, sponge. You have learned that vegetative reproduction in plant in class 11th. What do you think? Is vegetative reproduction also a type of asexual reproduction? Why do you say so? In the term clone applicable to the offspring formed by vegetative reproduction, while in animal and other simple organisms, the term asexual is unambiguously. In plant, the term vegetative reproduction is frequently used. In plant, the unit vegetative propagation such as runner, rhizome, sucker, tuber, offspring, bulb all are capable of giving rise to new offspring. These structures are called vegetative propagules. Obviously, since the formation of these structures don't involve two parents, the process involved is asexual. In some organisms, if the body break into distinct species, each fragment grow into an adult capable of reproducing offspring. Hydra. This is also a mode of asexual reproduction called fragmentation. You must have heard about the scourge of water body or about the terror of Bengal. This is nothing but the aquatic plant water hyacinth, which is one of the most invasive weeds found growing where there is a standing water. It drains oxygen from water, which leads to death of fishes. You will learn more about it in chapter 13 and 14. You may find it interesting to know that this plant was introduced in India because its beautiful flowers and shape of leaves. Since it can propagate vegetatively at a phenomenal rate and spread all over the water body in a short period of time, it is very difficult to get rid of them. Are you aware how plants like potato, sugarcane, banana, ginger, dahlia are cultivated? Have you seen small bud emerging from birds of potato tuber from the rhizome of banana and ginger. When you carefully try to determine the site of origin of new plant leads in plant listed above, you will notice that they invariably arise from nodes present in the modified stem of this plant. When the node come in contact with damp soil or water, they produce root and new plants. Similarly, in the adventitious buds arise from notches present in the margin of leaves of bryophyllum. This ability is fully exploited by gardener and farmer for commercial propagation of such plant. It is interesting to note that asexual reproduction is common method of reproduction in organisms that have a relatively simple organization like algae and fungi, that they shift to sexual mode of reproduction just before the onset of adverse condition. Find out how sexual reproduction enable these organisms to survive during unfavorable conditions. Why sexual reproduction favor under such conditions? Asexual, vegetative as well as sexual mode of reproduction are exhibited by higher plants. On the other hand, only sexual mode of reproduction is present in most of animals. Sexual reproduction involve formation of male and female gamete either by same individuals or by different individuals of opposite sex. These gametes fuse to form zygote, which develop to form the new organism. It is an elaborate, complex, and slow process as compared to asexual reproduction. Because of the fusion of male and female gamete, sexual reproduction in offspring that are not identical to parent or among themselves. A study of diverse organisms, plant, animal, or fungi, so that they differ so greatly in external morphology, internal structure, and physiology. When it comes to sexual mode of reproduction, surprisingly, they share a similar pattern. Let us first discuss what features are common to these diverse organisms. All organisms have to reach a certain stage of growth and maturity in their life before they can reproduce sexually. That period of growth is called juvenile phase. It is also known as vegetative phase in plants. The phase of variable duration in different organisms. The end of juvenile vegetative phase, which marks the beginning of reproductive phase, can be easily seen in higher plants when they come to flower. How long does it take for marigold, rice, wheat, coconut, mango plant to come to flower? In some plants where flowering occur more than once, what you call the interflowering period, juvenile or mature. Observe a few tree in your area. Do they flower during the same month, year after year? Why do you think the availability of fruits like mango, apple, jackfruit fruit is seasonal? Are these some plants that flower throughout the year and some other that show seasonal flowering? Plants, the annual and biennial type, show clear vegetative, reproductive, and sensation phases. But but in the perennial species, it is very difficult to clearly define this phase. A few plants exhibit unusual flowering phenomena. Some of them, such as bamboo species, flower only once in their lifetime, generally after 50 to 100 years, produce large number of fruits and die. Another plant, Strobilanthes puntiana, Nila Kurunji, flower once in 12th year. As many of you would know, this plant flowered during September October 2006. Its mass flowering transport large tract of hilly area in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu into blue stretches and attracted a large number of tourists. In animals, the juvenile phase is followed by morphological and physiological changes prior to active reproductive behavior. The reproductive phase is also of variable duration in different organisms. Can you list the changes seen in human beings that are indicative of reproductive maturity among animals? For example, birds, do they lay eggs all through year, or it is seasonal phenomena? What about other animal like frog and lizard? You will notice that bird living in nature lay egg only seasonally. However, bird in captivity, as in poultry farm, can be made to lay eggs throughout the year. In this case, laying eggs is not related to reproduction, but it is a commercial exploitation for human welfare. The female of placental mammal exhibit cyclical changes in the activities of ovary and accessory duct as well as hormones during the reproductive phase. In non-primates, mammals like cow, sheep, rat, deer, dog, tiger, etc. Such cyclical changes during reproduction are called estrus cycle, whereas in primates, monkey, apes, and human, it is called menstruation cycle. Many mammals, especially those living in natural wild conditions, exhibit such cycles only during favorable season in their reproductive phase and are therefore called seasonal breeder. Many other mammals are reproductively active throughout their reproductive phase and hence are called continuous breeder. That we all grow old if we live long enough is something that recognized. But what is meant by growing old? The end of reproductive phase can be considered as one of the parameter of sensation or old age. There is a concomitant change in the body like slowing of metabolism during this last phase of life span. Old age ultimately leads to death. In both animals and plants, hormones are responsible for the transition between the three phases. Interaction between hormones and certain environmental factors regulate the reproductive process and the associated behavioral expression of organism. Event in sexual reproduction. After attainment of maturity, all sexual reproducing organisms exhibit event and process that have remarkable fundamental similarities, even though the structure associated with sexual reproduction are indeed very different. The event of sexual reproduction through the elaborate and complex follow a regular sequence. Sexual reproduction is characterized by the fusion or fertilization of male and female gamete, the formation of zygote and embryogenesis. For convenience, these sequence events may be grouped into three stages, namely pre-fertilization, fertilization, and the post-fertilization event. Pre-fertilization event. These include all the events of sexual reproduction prior to the fusion of gamete. The two main pre-fertilization events are gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Gametogenesis. As you are already aware, gametogenesis refers to the process of formation of two types of gamete, male gamete and female. Gamete are haploid. Isogamete of Chlamydophora, heterogamete of Fuchs, heterogametes of Homo sapiens. In some algae, the two gametes are so similar in appearance that it is not possible to categorize them into male and female gametes. They are hence called homogametes, isogamete. However, in majority of sexually reproducing organisms, the gametes produced are of two morphologically distinct types, heterogamete. In such organisms, the male gamete is called entherozoid or sperm, and the female gamete is called egg or ovum. Sexuality in organism. Sexual reproduction in organism generally involves the fusion of gametes from two different individuals, but this is not always true. From your recollection of examples studied in class 11, can you identify cases where self-fertilization is observed? Of course, citing such example in plant is easy. Plants may have both male and female reproductive structure in the same plants, bisexual, or different plants, unisexual. In several fungi and plant terms such as homothelic and monoecious are used to denote the bisexual condition, and heterothelic and dioecious are terms used to describe unisexual condition. In a flowering plant, the unusual male flower is staminate, bearing stamen, while the female pistillate or pistil bearing pistil. In some flowering plant, both male and female flowers may be present on the same individual, monoecious, or separate individual, dioecious. Some example of monoecious plant are cucurbit and coconut, and some dioecious plant are papaya and date palm. Name the type of gamete that are formed in staminate or pistillate flower. But what about animal? Are individual of all species either male or female, unisexual, or there are species which possess both reproductive organ, bisexual? You probably can make a list of several unisexual animal species. Earthworm, sponge, tapeworm, and leech, typical example of bisexual animals that possess both male and female reproductive organ, are called hermaphrodite. Cockroach is an example of unisexual species. Cell division during gamete formation. Gamete in all heterogametic species are of two types, male and female. Gametes are haploid, though the parent plant body from which they arise may be either haploid or diploid. A haploid parent produces gamete by mitotic division. Does this mean that meiosis never occur in organisms that are haploid? Carefully examine the flow chart of life cycle of algae that you have studied in class 11 to get a suitable answer. Several organisms belong to Monera, fungi, algae, and bryophyte have haploid plant body, but in organisms belong to pteridophyte, gymnosperm, angiosperm, and most of animal, including human being, the parent plant body is diploid. It is obvious that meiosis, the reduction division, has to occur if a diploid body has to produce haploid gamete. Diversity of sexually in animal: bisexual animal earthworm, unisexual animal cockroach, monoecious plant Caera, dioecious plant Marchantia, bisexual flower sweet potato. In diploid organism, specialized cell called meiocyte, gamete mother cell, undergo meiosis. At the end of meiosis, only one set of chromosomes get incorporated into each gamete. Carefully study table 1.1 and fill in the diploid and haploid chromosome of organism. Gamete transfer. After their formation, male and female gamete must be physically brought together to facilitate fusion, fertilization. Have you ever wondered how the gamete meet? In a majority of organisms, male and female gamete is motile and the female gamete is stationary. Exceptions are few fungi and algae in which both type of gamete are motile. There is a need for a medium through which the male gamete move. In several simple plants like algae, bryophyte, and pteridophyte, water is a medium through which this gamete transfer takes place. A large number of male gametes, however, fail to reach the female gamete. To compensate this loss of male gamete during transport, the number of male gametes produced in several thousand times the number of female gametes produced. In seed plant, pollen grain are carrier of male gamete and ovule have the egg. Pollen grain produced in anther therefore have to transport to the stigma before it can lead to fertilization. In bisexual self-fertilizing plant, transport of pollen grain to the stigma is relatively easy, and anther and stigma are located close to each other. Pollen grain soon after they set come in contact with the stigma, but in cross-pollination plant, including dioecious plant, a specialized event called pollination. Pollination facilitates transport of pollen grain to the stigma. Pollen grain germinate on the stigma and pollen tube, carrying the male gamete, reach the ovule and discharge male gamete near the egg. In dioecious animal, Since male and female gametes are found in different individuals, the organism must evolve a special mechanism for gamete transfer. Successful transfer and coming together of gamete is essential for the most critical event in sexual reproduction, the fertilization. Fertilization. The vital event of sexual reproduction is perhaps the fusion of gamete. This process is called syngamy, result in the formation of diploid zygote. The term fertilization is also often used for this process. The term syngamy and fertilization are frequently used, though interchangeably. What would happen if syngamy does not occur? However, it has to be mentioned here that in some organisms like rotifer, honeybee, and even in some lizard and bird turkey, the female gamete undergo development to form new organisms without fertilization. This phenomena is parthenogenesis. Where does syngamy occur? In most organisms such as majority of algae and fishes as well as amphibians, syngamy occur in the external medium outside the body of organism. This type of gamete fusion is called external fertilization. Organisms exhibit external fertilization so great synchrony between the sexes and the release a large number of gametes into the surrounding medium, water, in order to enhance the chance of syngamy. This happens in the bony fishes and frogs, where large number of offspring are produced. A major disadvantage is that the offspring are extremely vulnerable to predators, threatening their survival up to childhood. In many terrestrial organisms belonging to fungi, higher plants such as reptile, bird, mammal, and in majority of plants, bryophyte and pteridophyte, gymnosperm, angiosperm, syngamy occur inside the body of an organism. Hence, the process is called internal fertilization. In all these events, egg is formed inside the female body where they fuse with the male gamete. In organism exhibiting internal fertilization, the male gamete is motile and has to reach the egg in order to fuse with it. In these events, though the number of sperm produced is very large, there is a significant reduction in the number of eggs produced. In seed plant, however, the non-motile and male gamete are carried to female gamete by pollen tube. Post-fertilization event in sexual reproduction after the formation of zygote are called post-fertilization event. The zygote formation of diploid zygote is universal in all sexually reproducing organisms. In organisms with external fertilization, zygote is formed in the external medium, usually water, where in those exhibiting internal fertilization, zygote form inside the body of the organism. Further development of zygote depends on the type of life cycle the organism has and the environment it is exposed to. In organisms belong to fungi and algae, zygote develop a thick wall that is resistant to desiccation and damage. It undergo a period of rest before germination. In organism with haplontic life cycle, as you have read in class 11th, zygote divide by meiosis to form haploid spore that grow into haploid individual. Consult your class 11th book and find out what kind of development take place in the zygote in organism with diploid and haplontic life cycle. Zygote is a vital link that ensures continuity of species between organisms of one generation and the next. Every sexually reproducing organism, including human being, begin life as a single cell. The zygote. Embryogenesis refers to the development of embryo from the zygote. During embryogenesis, zygote undergoes cell division, mitosis, and differentiation. While cell division increases the number of cells in the developing embryo, the cell help grow of cell to undergo certain modification to form specialized tissue an organism to form organism. You have studied about the process of cell division and differentiation in the previous class. Animals are categorized into oviparous and viviparous based on whether the development of zygote takes place outside the body of female parent or inside, whether they lay fertilized unfertilized egg or give birth to young ones. In oviparous animals like reptile and bird, the fertilized egg covered by hard calcareous cell are laid in a safe place in the environment. After a period of incubation, young ones hatch out. On the other hand, the viviparous animal, majority of animal, the body of female organism. After attaining a certain stage of growth, the young ones are delivered out of the body of the female organism. Because of proper embryonic care and protection, the survival of young ones is greater in viviparous organism. In flowering plants, the zygote is formed inside the ovule. After fertilization, the sepal, petal, stamen of the flower wither and fall off. Can you name a plant in which sepal remain attached? The pistil, however, remain attached to the plant. The zygote develop into the embryo and ovule develop into seed. The ovary develop into fruit, which develop a thick wall called pericarp that is protective in function. After dispersal, seed germinate under favorable conditions to produce new plants. Okay, thank you.